What's up, watch fans? Welcome back to another video, and it's a full review of another one of my collection. It's another Rolex, and it's another GMT-Master II. Yes, this is the third GMT-Master II in my collection, but I believe the 126720 VTNR, aka the Sprite, is the best one of the bunch. Let's go! So if you're new to the AD Watch channel, thank you very much for checking me out. I started this channel just a few weeks ago based on an absolute passion for watches. In particular, the luxury watch space, but nothing too crazy. I plan to give my average dad perspective on these high-end luxury timepieces from the likes of AP, Rolex, Hublot, Patek, and many others. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider smashing subscribe. No pressure, it is free though. Now also, if you haven't seen any of my full reviews, in this very video, I'm going to tell you how much I paid, where I bought it from, what the grey market price is compared to the authorised dealer price. Again, you're never going to buy it from an authorised dealer anywhere within the next 2 or 3 years. But it's good to know how much overs you are paying on the grey market, because, as I'll break down, for a stainless steel sports model from Rolex, from the Submariner to the GM2 range, you're only ever going to pay over AD prices. Now, let's crack open the box, show you what's included in the box, the one that I bought from the grey market, and just talk through the watch's functionality and tell you some interesting facts about the Sprite. Now, before we discuss the watch in detail, let's give you a quick tour of the unboxing experience with the relatively new Sprite. This is a 2025 watch inside, and you can tell this by the green box. Yes, these Rolex green boxes came out in, I believe, early 2025, so you know that inside is a newer reference model. Now, I am a big fan of the Rolex outer box, the inner box. I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a Rolex fanboy. I think you can tell that by now. It's not to say I don't love AP, Patek, Hublot, others. Rolex just, there's something really special about a Rolex unboxing experience. Now, anyone that's watched any of my videos, well, by the way, I'm wearing the watch. The watch is on my wrist. It's not been stolen. Anyone that watches my videos knows that I buy all my watches from the grey market because I will not do the AD dance, the authorised dealer dance, buying jewellery I don't need, buying watches I don't want. I'll just pay the overs for a watch I truly want. And then when I come to sell it, I'll probably not lose much money. And we'll talk about that near the end of the video. So inside here I have the swing tag. Yes, it is just a piece of plastic, but Rolex swing tags are important, especially when it comes to reselling and you want to offer it as a full set. Now, in the top of the box, like all Rolex boxes, you have all of your information. Now, I want to make sure I'm hiding the warranty and serial numbers. Here's your manual. Here is your card. I'm covering any serial number, but here you can see 2025, March 2025 is when my Sprite was registered, purchased from the AD. Now, I got mine in February of this year. So when I got it, it was 11-month old. But I can tell you that when I purchased it, it was sold as pristine condition, not unworn, but as close to. And hopefully you can tell, and you'll tell throughout this video, I keep my watches in pristine condition where possible. I do wear them all the time, so it's hard to do so. Now I'll just tuck that back away here, and that's it. That's your unboxing experience of the Rolex GMT-Master II Sprite variant. Now let's get into all the details, functionality and facts about this Rolex model. So I guess we should get the elephant out the room here because it is taking up space, that big elephant. Interesting fact number one about this watch is it's a destro watch. Yes, it's a left-handed watch. What does that mean? Well, you are better wearing this on your right hand wrist, which to me just feels odd. I still wear this on the left wrist. It's just, yeah, for me, it doesn't feel right being on the right hand wrist. The one thing I would say is when you're wearing this on your left arm, it's actually arguably more comfortable because your hand doesn't press into the crown, because your crown can be found up your arm rather than against your hand. Another fact about it being a left-handed watch is the date. The date is now found at the 9 o'clock rather than the 3 o'clock. Other than that, there's no difference between this and my Bruce Wayne. Let me just pop off the Bruce Wayne so you can get that real side by side. There we go. So you can see they are mirror images of each other. Let's make this better and pop them on the right side. There you go. Crowns, left and right. Date, left and right. And again, I know you've left your comments already, but now that you can see them both, which one is better? I mean, you can see that the 2026, literally brand spanking new Bruce Wayne, is showing up slightly shinier than my 2025 Sprite, but that's to be expected. And of course, any of these Rolexes can be polished. However, I wouldn't recommend polishing them too much or too often. That's really going to have an impact on potential resale value. Now, another fact that you may not know about this watch is the reference number. The 126720 VTNR denotes the brand new Vert Noir, green, black. Obviously, Rolex being Swiss, they use French. That's why we have Vert Noir. And for bonus points, since I've got it here, can anyone remember what the 4 letters in the serial number are for the Bruce Wayne? Leave it in the comments if you remember, don't cheat. Now, another fact about this watch, and is true of all GMT-Master IIs, it's automatic with a 70-hour power reserve. Now, what that means is, if I take this off my wrist and leave it for longer than 70 hours, I'm going to have to wind it up to use it. But if I keep it on my wrist, take it off at night, put it back in the morning, you're never, ever, ever going to have to wind this watch if you use it as a daily. Even if you don't wear it for the weekend, you'd have to go 3 full days of no movement in order for this to die. Which, by the way, is so underrated. Because when you go back to a battery-powered watch, and I know you're thinking, don't think you own battery-powered watches. Well, no, that's not true. I own the full Omega Swatch collection. Yes, all 9 original Moon watches, plus the 2 extras, plus a couple more. And all of those are powered by batteries, and they are a pain when they run out of charge because, well, you're going to have to replace the battery. So yes, I still have battery-powered watches. And, of course, you know this, but I'm going to tell you again. This is a GMT-Master II watch, which means it tells dual time zones. Well, actually, technically 3, because you can use the bezel to give you another time zone. The difference with the Sprite is the easiest way for me to power up the watch and change the timing is to flip it as if it were a normal right-handed crown watch. Then, as normal, you can just unscrew the watch, power it up by twisting the usual way, and as always, one single release will allow you to change the hour. You may want to turn it back round to do this, so you're doing it right. Another release of the crown will let you change the minute and hour hand. And while changing the hour hand for every full rotation, again, you're going to start to move the GMT hand. Now, there's tutorials online how to do it. It is super, super simple. The one thing that I'll not explain here in a video is using the bezel to denote the time as well, because I'll be honest, 3 time zones, that's just a bit too much for my small brain to handle. But that is the GMT function on the Rolex Sprite. Now, again, on this watch, not exclusive to the Sprite, the Cerachrom bezel. This is ceramic, but Rolex's in-house ceramic concoction, which is virtually scratch-free. This is relatively modern on Rolex watches. This comes with the Daytonas, it comes with the Submariners now as well. But the Cerachrom bezel offers another peace of mind when it comes to scratching. The old bezels used to scratch quite badly, but as you can see, this is over a year old. No issues whatsoever. And again, not exclusive to the Sprite, is the bracelet options. I have gone for the Jubilee. I do think the GMT-Master II steel versions look best on Jubilee. The two-tone version, like the root beer, looks best on Oyster. That's just my opinion. You can let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, this is just so versatile a watch. In terms of situational wears, with a Jubilee bracelet, you can get away with wearing this watch shorts and t-shirt. You could wear a suit with this watch, a casual chinos and shirt. There really is no occasion where you can't wear a Rolex GMT-Master II on the Jubilee. Now, arguably, if this was on an Oyster, maybe it would be more suited to a casual wear rather than a dress wear. That's why I go Jubilee. Not that I get dressed up very often these days. And of course, it's a Rolex. It's waterproof. This is resistant up to 100 meters of depth. Again, you're never probably going to need that, but at least you know, peace of mind when you go swimming, your watch is going to be absolutely fine. Now, I'll pop this down here and we'll get into the nitty gritty. How much did I pay for this? What's the grey market price? And what's the retail price? Okay, folks, you've waited long enough. Let's talk costs. I purchased this on the grey market from a website called Time Traders. They're in the UK, based in Middlesbrough. Really nice chaps in there. Dale was the guy I was dealing with. Really good experience. This was, however, before I started using Watch Trader & Co. They're based in Newcastle. Both great experiences, but I have gone back to Watch Trader & Co. again and again. In terms of pricing, in February of this year, I paid for full set, pristine condition, Jubilee bracelet, Sprite, £13,750. And I think that was a great price, especially knowing that now, if I were to sell this on the grey market through Chrono24, I could ask for anything from $13,500 to $14,500 for this full set Jubilee Sprite. I have also been offered from Watch Trader & Co. £13,000 for them to consign this, or $12,250 for them to buy it outright. Consignment means they'll just hold it for around 4 weeks and sell it themselves. Probably for around about £14,000, which means I get my 13, they get $1,000 on top. That is the pricing from grey market and what I paid. In terms of authorised dealer pricing, £10,350. That's how much it would cost if you could get hold of one from an authorised dealer. So yes, I've paid nearly £3,500 more, but I haven't had to buy anything I didn't want, and I haven't had to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 years for a piece I really wanted now. So there we go. That's the full breakdown of what I paid, what I could get for it today, and where I bought it. So there we have it. That is my full review of my Sprite. As I mentioned at the top of the video and throughout, I absolutely love this watch. The two-tone noir in vert, or black and green in our language, is just beautiful. It really does go with so many outfits, and because it's on the Jubilee, you can absolutely wear this as a dress watch. But it also offers that versatility of being a sports model watch from Rolex. Now yes, while it is a lot of money to purchase, like most Rolexes, when you go to sell it, you're really not going to lose too much money. And in some cases, there are some people out there that believe if you hold on to the Sprite for just 2 or 3 more years, they will discontinue it and the price will increase. So my investment may actually be a lucrative one over the next few years. But that's not why I've bought it. That's not why you should buy any luxury watch. Buy it because you love it. So, thanks very much for watching. If you haven't already, please again smash subscribe. And I'll be back next week with another review of another watch from my collection. It is a Hublot, so perhaps Nico Leonard might not want to watch this one. Until next time,